welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is going to be a reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising positions for the week of December the 13th to the 19th. We're going to get started today by seeing where along the Fool's path, where in the Fool's journey is Pisces. Where does Pisces find themselves along the Fool's journey? What is... Ooh, thank you. Let's see, where are we at? Release, the Tower. Okay, this is the number 13 in tarot, which is the Tower card. Release, the end of a phase or situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. Another sign received this week. So that is where Pisces finds themselves along the journey this week, is facing some release, the end of a cycle or a situation, or potentially a pattern or experience is coming to a natural close, bringing in spiritual transformation, a time to move on. Now, as Pisces goes through that, what is the archetype that they are embodying as they make their way through this transformation, going through this big transformation here for Pisces? Let's cut the deck and see, where is Pisces at? You are embodying the healer archetype, Pisces. Now, the light attributes of this archetype suggest a passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit, an ability to transform pain into healing. Now, the shadow attributes of this sort of involve taking advantage of those that need help and failing to care for the self. So this could be directed at the way you're perceiving others versus yourself here. So stepping into that healer archetype is the big transformation that Pisces is sort of moving through. And as you do so, Pisces, there seems to be this sort of messaging of, will you be sort of using these healer archetype attributes to sort of help transform pain into healing for yourself and others potentially? Or will it be a matter of you sort of seeing what needs to be healed, and then I feel like sort of focusing on the pain as opposed to focusing on the healing? And maybe the idea of not caring for yourself is going to feature highly for you. So let's jump into the tarot cards here to get the rest of the story. Let's see here for Pisces. What is the present situation here that Pisces is facing? Okay, so we see a 10 of Pentacles, which says to me that you are indeed sort of facing down the truth of your stability. Okay, you are looking at things that are very stable right now and trying to understand the end of a phase or situation. So you could be facing, the closing out of a cycle that was very prosperous and led to a lot of security, but it's sort of coming to its natural close, and it's leading you to understand yourself in a new way. We see the 7 of Swords here. So I feel like you're going to be seeking truth and that facing the parts of yourself that may try to be in deceptive mode, right? So as you step into this healer archetype, you may be challenged by sort of these other options around you. I see the 7 of Cups and I see the 4 of Pentacles, which makes me think that you're going to be facing down some options that put you in a position of lack, some options that made you feel scarcity. And you're going to need to face these options in a way where either you're going to see the truth or not. And that's going to be up to you. But I feel like these options don't serve you anymore. These options are from the past and they may seem relevant, but I feel like they're just deception. I feel like these options are part of your past story, not your future story or even your present story. Your present story involves you stepping up as a leader and as a healer. And that is the transformation here. I wonder if you will choose it, Pisces. Let's see here. Moving forward, Pisces, what is going to be involved in their journey as a healer here? Aside from releasing that lack mentality and any emotional attachment you have to self-deception, releasing any emotional attachment you have to self-deception here, or to anything that robs you of the truth of yourself. I feel like you have been working towards this, even if you didn't realize it, that everything up until now has been sort of preparing you to be the healer that you are. And you have an immense amount of talent and skill already in the direction that you were moving into with this healing archetype that you sit in. And it's really about a passion here that you have been feeling to serve others your whole life, maybe. But now it's about transforming pain into healing, taking that mental shift here with the King of Swords to really see that you can move away from pain and into healing by shifting your perspective, which is something that the King of Swords is able to do, sometimes requiring some distance from the external world to get there. But regardless, the King of Swords is able to shift perspectives and able to see how to be adaptable and flexible, and to be strategic and intelligent about these shifts, so that there is no sort of option that allows the King of Swords to fail when it comes to caring for himself. The King of Swords doesn't see that as an option. And I'm reading that from the shadow attribute of this healer energy, or this archetype here, that says that, you know, there is sort of this other part of you that might fail at caring for yourself or others because the pain is too pronounced, you know. But I feel like by seeing the King of Swords, that nothing will stand in your way, that you will see through any sort of adaptation or adjustment of perspective here. You're very mentally able to wrap your brain around looking at things from all sorts of different perspectives. And I feel like failing is not an option when I see the King of Swords, that you won't fail. You will be the healer that you are, and it might require some reflection. There's the Hermit to say you might need to reflect in order to see that these options are no longer in alignment with you, but that the King of Swords does not fall into self-deception. The King of Swords sees the truth and then does what he has to do, right? In order to understand things in a new way, but takes time. Hermit takes the time it needs. No rushing here. The King of Swords won't rush, but will be deliberate and discerning with his judgment, right? Now, what is keeping Pisces in that place of lack, where they feel maybe that they're not a healer and that they don't have anything here? It's almost like you have taken a position about yourself here that says, you know, resources don't get replenished. You get one shot at things. And it's an interesting line that you've drawn in the sand here, Pisces. One that I feel is not really in the spirit of release. I feel like seeing the Tower card is saying you are going to see the truth. You know, I will make sure of it. That's what the divine karmic sort of clearing energy of the Tower says, is that I will make sure you see the truth, because I'm going to remove all the illusions in your path. I will remove the illusions in your path so that you can have this spiritual transformation and move on. And I feel like that is what has to happen. The pressure has to break here for Pisces, moving away from a position of comfort and into a position that says, I can remove any obstacle that comes in my path. King of Pentacles. So you've got two very strong king energies on the table. One, the King of Swords, who can cut through anything, can see through any situation with incredible discernment, logic, judgment, and is able to be flexible and shift perspectives as needed. And then the King of Pentacles, who is able to overcome any obstacle, because the King of Pentacles is King Midas. Anything he touches turns to gold. This king understands alchemy. This king understands manifestation. This king understands how to create change by removing obstacles. This is very interesting. I feel like you're stepping into your own power here, Pisces, and it's through the the pentacle energy that it's going to happen. It's almost like you're going to realize who you really are this week by understanding your talents, your skills, your divine gifts. Your divine gifts are coming online this week, and they will cut through any deception and shift strategically so that you can understand the emotional strength you have as a healer. The Queen of Cups, with her endless compassion, empathy, and love, heals, right? And so will you. I feel like you are healing things here by stepping into this new path and allowing that Tower energy to remove all the obstacles of lack mentality, choices that no longer align with you, any self-deception here. It's like you're clearing all of that, but it's going to take some time. We see that Hermit card there. It's going to take some time for this energy to shift, but it is shifting, and it's shifting. Look at that. Right next to the Queen of Cups, we see the Queen of Swords diagonally placed here with the King of Swords. I feel like this speaks to the level of certainty that you're going to have once you allow this transformation to sink in. We see you may be presented with some options that you're going to realize aren't for you through discovery and self-reflection, which is going to create a level of certainty for you moving forward. So it's very interesting, and I feel like that place of stability that is sort of that you're sitting in right now that feels very comfortable and secure is going to shift through the mental perspective. You're going to see the truth about this security that you're sitting in, and that it might not be where you need to be, that you need to move towards a different direction here. And I feel like you're going to do that on the emotional pathway, and then on the mental pathway. Very interesting. You're going to change your mind about this big shift. It's not going to feel like lack. It's going to feel like divine timing and connection on the emotional pathway. Just like I was saying, you're going to transition from seeing this situation as lack and loss to connection and new starts, new beginnings, new collaborations that are emotionally suitable for you. These pathways speak to you. These pathways resonate with you. They're not the Seven of Cups here that would have resonated with the part of yourself that was living in deception. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're moving towards a space here. We see the Ten of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Doesn't look any better than that. Can't get better than that. You're really moving towards a place of feeling an emotional connection to yourself, perhaps to another individual. That Two of Cups could be a new relationship coming in as well. But I really feel like it's the relationship to yourself as a healer. You're really going to connect to yourself as a healer, Pisces. And I feel like that is the big truth coming in for you here. Let's clarify some of these cards. I would like to clarify the Ten of Pentacles here. The Ten of Pentacles is where you're at presently. So we're shifting away from that, yes, into a new page, or a new set of pentacles, a page of pentacles. You're starting a brand new beginning here, Pisces, one where you step into yourself as a healer. You're going to release any of these perceptions that are false. I feel like this is a new beginning. You're going to release false perceptions, and this lack mentality is going bye-bye. So you are really starting a new path here. This Eight of Pentacles, helping you realize who you are, is setting you free from these deceptions. Exactly. This Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords has appeared twice now. There is deception afoot. You are not seeing yourself the way you truly are. And it could be because of some emotional wounds, some lack mentality, some previous experiences. But I feel ultimately this is the pathway to the truth, is understanding these deceptions and facing them and moving on from them. Moving on from this deceptive energy that sort of plagues your mind right now, I feel is going to break. Now, this idea of you manifesting this new emotional content space where you're sure about yourself. We see the King of Swords again. We see the King of Swords. This is going to start on the mental pathway. It's almost like you have to clear out all of these self-limiting beliefs you're hanging on to, Pisces. It's time to let those go. This is Aquarius energy where you are the energy here of having faith in yourself and going the way that makes you feel like you're in alignment. And I feel like you're stepping into that with every decision you make. You're stepping closer and closer to this release. Now, what is this Seven of Swords that we see on 2 occasions? Is the Seven of Wands. Yeah, it's an indication of you defending yourself against these false perceptions. I feel like the Seven of Swords is showing up because you need to face those false perceptions and then defend against them through that spiritual conviction you have developed here by seeing the truth. You're going to defend your spirit. You're going to defend this spiritual part of yourself. Now, the Hermit is here to aid in your reflection as you release. Okay, so what else are we going to see with the Hermit here? We see a new perspective taking over, Ace of Swords. So you're going to start fresh. You're going to realize you can't move forward believing that everything, oops, that fell on the floor. That was the Nine of Swords. You can't really move forward if you're hanging on to all of these worries and doubts and fears. It's time for a new perspective, which is exactly what the King of Swords and the Hermit with the Justice card here is leading towards. Is a new perspective where you let go of this. You release your fears, you surrender them for a new perspective where you can alchemize whatever future you desire. And I feel like you're stepping into the healing of others and yourself. Healing body, mind, and spirit for yourself will lead to you healing others. I feel like once you figure out that you can do this, Magician, you can do this, you understand healing innately. It's part of just who you are with that Eight of Pentacles. It's part of your divine talent, your divine gifts. Then you're going to see that you can have this emotional contentment by sharing this healing with others. Sharing this healing with others. Let's look at that Ten of Pentacles, or Ten of Cups, excuse me. That Ten of Cups here, it's your dream come true. It's your feeling that level of emotional contentment is all you've ever desired. And I feel like it's within your grasp here. We see the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck. This is your divine connection. You know, being in tune with your divine connection as a healer, Pisces, is your dream come true. Pisces is the Nine of Cups. So you are truly stepping into who you are. You are realizing who you are, Pisces. This is amazing. And you are a healer, my friends. You are a healer. And you are stepping into that knowledge by releasing this old cycle of thinking, being, doing, feeling. You're stepping right into it. I'm going to leave it at that for you, Pisces. What an exciting reading. If this has resonated and you would like a personal reading, my email and a description of the readings I offer can be found below. And as always, thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and watching. And we'll see you again very soon for another reading. Sending you lots of love and love, sending you lots of love and light, my friends. Love and love. Double love. Have a great week, my friends.